Hello, gamers and gamerettes. Welcome to a new Factorio video or stream. I am streaming, but I guess you're gonna see this as a video. So previously, we were going over our factory right here, and we automated. excuse me. We automated our iron production, kinda. Or actually, not kinda. Yeah, we're using. Put this a little bit lower. We did. We use. I'm drawing a blank. We used electricity here. Yes. So, by the way, often you wanna like hover over your electric pole and you wanna see the electricity bar right there. If the electricity bar is full, that means you're doing okay. So right now you have satisfaction. You have full satisfaction, which is great. That means your electricity is good. Your production, you are using like 400 or 300 kilowatts out of 1.8 megawatts. So we are producing a lot more than what we are consuming, which is great. That means that we are good on electricity for a while. Okay. Now you can still see that we do have a lot more iron than we are processing. So again, you could just expand this pretty easily by... Oh, I forgot to explain this. If you hover over any item that is on the ground and press Q, you are gonna select the same item from your inventory. This is a very quick way. Instead of going in your inventory and then looking and clicking and stuff like that, I'm gonna be doing this all the time. So yeah. Now I'm clicking Q here. Listen. That means you don't have an item. I don't have an inserter in my... inventory. I don't know why I drew so much blank in there. I'm gonna build a few inserters. Now I'm gonna build these things. By the way, it is time to get introduced to something, and then we can work now on actually starting to automate creating these science packs, and I'm gonna show you how we can do that. It's actually gonna be a lot more not complicated, I should correct that. There's gonna be a lot more steps to automate something like that, and I'll show you how we can do this, but give me a bit because the coming things are gonna be awesome. But before we get into that, we are going to put these in here. Actually, let's correct that, put it in the correct way. Now I'm gonna click 3 in order to select the electricity and just add electricity for these guys right here. And now you'll notice our inserter is gonna insert iron, ore, and coal right here. And you can see now that our iron production is starting to, like our ore is starting to be a little bit less. So what you can do is just simply add one more iron mining drill. Now we do have a problem right now, and I'm gonna explain it to you. So this iron ore right here is only on the left side of the belt, and this is okay because this is actually what we want, because the coal is coming in on the right side. But this is gonna break if we add a drill on this side of the belt, which is gonna produce iron on the right side of the belt, and then here is gonna come and stop here. So we need to fix this, and I'll show you how we can do that. First of all, I'm gonna cut the production like right here. Okay? And then I'm gonna show you what we can do. To do that, I'm gonna actually add a few drills right here. Let's actually pull it like that, and then let's add one like right here. Okay, cool. So now you can see the problem that I'm talking about right now. I'm drinking Earl Grey, by the way. Cheers. I think I hit your face with that, I'm sorry. So you can see now that the iron ore is stuck right here. Now look at this trick. Look at this trick. Oh, this ends it on the right side. Never mind. We'll do it the opposite side. Okay. So now what's happening is, now minus these, I'm gonna pick them up. You will notice that we did like a perpendicular a perpendicular belt. Let me remove this out of the way. So you will notice now that this perpendicular belt is causing, even though the iron is coming on both sides, both of them are going to come on this left side, which is where we need things to be, and all of them are going to be on the left side. So this is like a safe way for making the iron walk on the left side, which is what we expect, like right here. Okay, so this is a cool way to like fix this kind of problem that I was talking about. So learn this because we're gonna be using it a lot of time. Okay, back to copper now, which is the next thing that we want to automate. We're gonna do the exact same thing, so nothing new here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a few more belts. And while we're here, by the way, you can see we still have some stone, but in order to build walls, we actually need stone bricks. Now, stone bricks, that means you need to put the stone in the oven in order to cook them into bricks. So all of that stone that we have right here, we're going to automate it to make it build bricks. The only thing that I want to do right now, though, is I will not worry about automating it right now. I'm actually going to put the coal manually in there. So I'm gonna bring like a furnace right here. I'm gonna put 50 coal in there, and then I'm gonna grab a burner like that, and then it's gonna move the stone into the furnace, and it's just gonna keep cooking stuff. So I want to do it like that for now because I do want the bricks to start cooking, because we are having a bunch of bricks. Or we're gonna need a lot of bricks actually in order to get the stone, but we'll fix the automation for that later. Now I want you to look at how much coal we have just sitting on these belts. I'm actually gonna pick up all of that coal because I need to like put the coal in. Now you can just hold F and walk over items and you will pick them up from the ground. Okay, so I'm gonna walk up here, and then I'm gonna actually I'm gonna add another furnace like right here, like that. Grab another burner inserter. So let's put that here, let's put that here, and then let's put 50 in here. Okay, so now I'm gonna have these two just cooking stone for me, stone bricks to be exact, and then I'm gonna use them to build the walls. Now let's get actually to copper right now, which is our main goal. So I'm gonna pick all of these up for now because I don't want these to be moving, and then we're gonna do the same trick here. So we're gonna have all of the copper just walking on the left side right here, or not walking, but like on the belt. Okay, let's craft some electric mining drills, and let's actually grab some electricity poles to go feed our miners. And here, and we're gonna put like a few miners in here because I don't want a lot of copper like right now actually, because I don't care about copper right this moment, but we're gonna need a lot of copper in the future. Okay, cool. So now we have this this thing right here. That means we need more coal. And if you remember, we used this last time, which is the insert splitter. Now we're gonna use another splitter like right here in order to grab our coal, and we are going to make it like go here, so like this, and then you will see that both of the coal right now, both of these are gonna go in this lane. Okay, so we can do like something different here. We can put the furnaces like on the left side like that, so they will be horizontal. Actually, let's do something better, just so we get more space. But there is like a flaw that I can see already, that whenever we want to expand this, we will actually like run into the iron expansion. So for example, going like that, whenever I want to expand iron like this, and I want to expand copper like this, they will like go over each other. So we can fix that right now, or we can like ignore it and not worry about it. But I'm actually gonna fix it right now, so I don't have to worry about it later, okay? So the way we're gonna fix that is actually pretty simple. I'm gonna remove all of this coal here, or all of these belts. Okay. So this is why it's important to design your stuff, okay? And these we can make them like go like that, right? And then they'll come back here like this, and then we could actually I mean, it's okay. It is okay. Also, there is one problem here, but we're not gonna run into it like right now. But we're gonna run into a problem like soon anyway. I'll tell you what it is, but not right now. Okay, so our idea here is that we could put like stone furnaces here across this, but let's actually make this we can make this thing like straight from here. So we'll just do something like this, like that. So this is gonna be cool. And then we can make these like straight like that, and then we can add furnaces like starting from, we can start like from here. There's no reason to put it like further away. So here like that, but there will be like one potential problem, which is going to be this thing right here. And I'll show you why, because I don't like this grid. We're probably gonna fix it, but not right now. So grab this, grab this, grab this. We're gonna need more inserters. Let's make like 10 inserters, because we're gonna need a bunch of these. So right now we are cooking copper. So let's just put it like this here. Let's grab inserters. Boom. Boom. And there we go. So right now we do have a copper or iron plates. Now I do want to do one thing, which is going to be the opposite of what we did previously. I want to create a bunch of splitters, or like 2 splitters. Also, I do have this raw stuff, which I'll just put here to get cooked. Let me show you what I'm gonna do. I want to grab a splitter, and then I want that splitter to connect back to the same thing. Why are we doing that? Because I do want this lane to contain two iron plates. That way, these things will keep producing plates. And our maximum plates will be exactly like, or be literally the 2 lanes combined, instead of just one side of the belt, or like the lane. That way we can produce a lot more iron plates in place, instead of having to only one lane of stuff. Now why we need that, I'll show you. The whole idea here is we want to automate making the science packs. And to automate this, we're going to need copper plate and iron gear wheel. In order to make the iron gear wheel, we're going to need 2 iron plates, okay? So the overall, what we're going to need to automate this is we need to create iron gear wheels, and we need to make copper. So then we pass these, or we give these to a factory, and then they're going to make the science packs for us. Okay? Awesome. Now, let's actually do something else that is going to change our perspective of this entire thing, which is going to be reversing this thing altogether. Okay? So now the entire thing just goes around the back here. And I'm gonna add, so what this does is essentially it disables these blocks or these cells in the chest. So the maximum capacity of the chest right now is only this row right here. So once these are filled, this is gonna stop storing plates. Okay? I'll show you why I did that in a sec. Now we're gonna also reverse this. So now we have both of these walking or like going in this direction. Let's get a lot more belts in place. And then let's also get a splitter in place for both of them. Let's make them walk beyond this thing. So splitter, 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 splitter. There we go. So we have a splitter here. Which is going to be like that. And then we are going to have a splitter here, which is going to be like this. Awesome. Magnificent work. Now you can see we have a lot of copper compared to what we're producing, and luckily we can easily expand by doing this, right? And then we can keep expanding, like if we go left, right here. Now I don't need this anymore, like I don't need to keep storing in chests. We do have a bunch right here, and we can just pick up from here. Now I do see some copper that are polluting this. So we're just gonna pick it up, so we go back to clean. Let's remove this because it is unnecessary, and we'll just make these equal so they look a bit more uniform. And we can do something like that, and we can get one more copper. Any production is always good. We are still way too good on production, like electricity production, so I'm not worried about anything here. Now I'm gonna make a gun turret. Now you know that this area is very important for us, this production area, so this is why it is very important to protect it for now. And I'm gonna add gun turret to protect it now, like this, which is gonna be good. Give it a bit of my ammo. Speaking of ammo, let's craft a bit more. Alright, cool. So now we have here the iron and we have here the copper, okay? Our very first thing we want to do is actually grab some iron, and we will make that iron go into the production of gears. Okay? So what we're gonna do, or what I'm going to do, is I'm gonna get a splitter. Splitter. We do have one. Okay, I'm gonna use that. So this splitter right here, this lane is going to go into the crafting of gear wheels. And the way we're gonna do that is I'll probably just make factories like aligned like that. So whenever I want to scale, I can scale like to the south. To make factories, they are actually something that we learned. It is assembling machine. Assembling machine is essentially just a factory. It takes in items as input, and then it gets them out as output, essentially. Okay? So our very first assembling machine, we're going to make 2 of them. Now, of course, they need electricity. So I'm going to add them right here. And then our very first assembling machine, but we're going to need to put it like a bit back like this. Which, by the way, we're probably gonna need to... Oh, did we cut the production here? Yes, we did. Okay. We broke everything? No, we didn't. Okay, now it works. So the way we're gonna do that is that we are gonna have the machine, like the assembling machine, right here. And then let's have this thing. Is it gonna be working with electricity? No, okay. So we need to put this like like that. So then let's do like this. Now it's not gonna work because we don't know what we want to build yet. Because we did not give it a recipe. I'll show you how we can do that. Give me a moment. And then we are gonna make the output of these machines in here, and then we are gonna use inserters to get the output out of the machine. And then they're gonna walk like they will be like this on the outside. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna look once you click on it, it's gonna open like your crafting area, but this is you setting up the machine for it. So now I'm gonna hold shift, right click, and then left click. What this is gonna do is gonna copy the recipe from here to here. So hold shift, right click on the recipe to copy, left click to paste on the other machine. And now you will immediately see that we are starting to produce gear wheels. Cool. The next ingredient that we need to make science packs is the copper plates, which are these copper plates right here, right? And we already have the copper plates, so we don't need anything specific to get them, right? Now, what we are gonna look for is that we need a bunch of splitters. Let's make a few inserters. I'll show you why we are doing this. Let's also make a few factories because we are gonna need these bad boys. Now, every now and then, I'll just go over, like walk over my build and pick up the items that are here because I do want the processing here to keep processing. I can also easily see that my iron production can be improved. The way I know that is that I see a lot of raw ore still in place, which means that we could add more furnaces. That means that our drills are drilling more than our furnaces are burning, essentially. So this is a mess, a jumbled mess of electric wires, but that's okay. We're gonna solve that later. So now we do have a full, like a full row of stuff. So the way to solve that is I already told you about that. So we're gonna put this here and then this right here. So now they will keep manufacturing until we get to the area where this is not, or where both of them are filled. Okay. Let's craft some more belts, and then we can add some more iron plates here. Always carry some more iron plates on your machine. On your inventory is what I meant. Now, we do have lamps here that I forgot to mention. Lamps essentially just consume a little bit of electricity to light up at night. They only work at night, which is great. So you can just like add them next to poles. This is like what I like doing. Just add a bunch of them next to poles, next to my working areas. So that way my working areas are lit up occasionally. They are not so bright, but they are not like, definitely not too bad. Much better than the dark. We can like create a bunch of them. They are not terrible. So we can like add one here and add one here. Okay. So these are gonna light up only at night in the dark. Alright, going back now to the production. So what is missing right now is some copper, and we already know that we can get the copper using this and here. So now we have this copper. This lane or this line is going to be used to for the manufacturing of that stuff that we have. So now we need to combine both of these into a new lane, and that is actually pretty simple. So now this is the main production line for like the gear wheels, and I don't want to use all of it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a splitter like right here in order to make it here. And then what I want to do, I'll show you right now, is we're probably going to have to move this a bit. Yes. We will move this one up like that. Why is that? I will tell you. So this is going to be where we manufacture the science packs, and then I can use these to set the packs like around here. And then you remember that we set this up last time, that whatever science packs go in here, they will be distributed across these equally. Now I do have a lane of gear wheels, which we might want to use for this production, and that's what I'm going to do, like right here and right here. And then let's build the machines, or the assembling machines. So the way I'm going to do that is we might do them like actually right here, which is going to be cool. So here like that, we're going to have 3 for now. So this, and then we can connect it with like this. And then we're going to actually like change how these work in a sec. So we're going to put that the iron gear wheels here. We're going to move this a bit to the top, so maybe something like here. So this is going to be like the main production line. We don't care about that. But this one, we are going to have one right here where both of them, like everything is going to go on the left, like right here. And then here we are going to do it like that. Now here we're going to do it like this. So let's pick this up. Let's craft some more belts. You need a lot of belts in this game. Let's choose the science pack. Let's right click, left click, left click in order to paste the stuff in here. Let's also make some inserters. We are gonna need a bunch of inserters. So when we connect it right here, boom, there we go, baby. So what's happening right now is that we are we're getting the gear wheels. I know we're only getting gear wheels inside this production line. But what we're gonna do right now is we can just grab a line like that. And then this production line is going to be gear wheels just going for other projects, okay? So whenever we need like gear wheels for anything else, we can just continue in this line. So this is like an extension that we're not gonna be using right now, okay? But right here, what you can see is that we have a bunch of inserters that we are going to use in order to automate our science pack production. And let's look at what we have done and bask in the glory of automation. Right now you can see that we have a bunch of science packs making their way to the science machine or the lab. Yep, keep them coming. Boom, boom, boom. Now, is this the most efficient way ever? Is this even like a decent way? No. What I'm showing you here, I just want you to understand. You cannot learn Factorio by just copying. You have to understand the concepts. All I'm trying to do here, get the minimum things that you need to worry about in order for things to work. And then this is the game, literally. You will have to find a way to optimize things, to make things work more efficiently, to make things work better. Now, you can see, I immediately see this is as a wasted space. I should have just put these right next to each other, like that. And that's okay. This is fine, you know. This is like one of the things that you could improve. You can see here that this splitter is not doing much. So for example, you could just make that lane. So this thing right here, it needs to be an extension, which means that we have to use the underground. We don't even have it, I guess. So we could use like the underground belt right here in order to get this thing moving. And now you will see that we now have a line of iron ready to be extended to be moving forward to any other project. There are many ways to do the same thing, and there are more efficient ways than others. There are ways that are better than others. But this is the beauty of the game. You have to learn it first, understand the basics, and this is my role right here with this video or the stream or whatever. And then it's your job to figure out the best way to do thing or just optimize things your own way. This is literally what the game is. So right now we automated a bunch of things. And we are ready to worry about our next step. Now, click on any poll and you can see that our production is, or our satisfaction is now much higher. It is 1 point something megawatts, okay? So our electricity could use an increase. Now, what you could do here, instead of increasing this, you could actually get some more pipes and get some more steam engines. From my memory, I think one boiler can feed up to 3 steam engines. But you'll have to experiment with that. Did I not make pipes? What did I make? So let's add like 2 and then add 1 steam engine right here. Some electricity next to it and boom. 1, 2, steam engine and boom. We are good to go. You can look at the steam. If you look at here under consumption, so if you see steam as 199 out of 200, then you are good to go, because you are not using like low steam, and your boiler is still doing good stuff, and it's providing max value to the steam engines. Okay. And then of course, if you run out, like if you maximize stuff, you can just build another pump and then make another. Like the entire process, just copy it again. All right. And I'm pretty sure that one pump can offer up to 3 boilers, and then one boiler can go up to 3 steam engines. Now I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on this. But I think that's how it is. Okay. Let's build a few pipes here. Probably gonna need one more boiler. Just because I like wanna go to. Bro, I thought I built pipes. Let's build 9 pipes. So this is like 2, and then we can add a boiler like here, right here. Add a burner. So that's 1, and then 1 steam engine, and then 2, and then we can add like here. 1 more steam engine, and here you can see the power of these lights. They are pretty good. So now you can see that we have 199 out of 200. So I think this is the maximum you can get from one pump. Again, I could be wrong, but whatever. So right now you can see that our production is only 1/5 of what we are, our consumption is only 1/5 of what we're producing. So we just increased our electricity by quite a lot, which is cool. And now you can see here that we are having a lot of science packs being put in, and our production is going pretty cool. Pretty cool. So now we could actually do is we can build more labs. We have so much electricity, we have automated science packs, and there's no reason not to automate or not to build more labs. Again, more labs equals faster research, not more, but faster research. Okay. So here, yep, and everything is just gonna work. All you need to do is add a inserter, and boom, everything just works. And you will see now that our you can look at science information here. You see the spike here because we're building more labs, which is great. This area is also important, so I'm gonna build a gun turret around it. Speaking of being important, it's time to check on our yeah, this is what I was worried about. Time to check on our stone production. And we're gonna use that to make walls. I will actually automate this process right now in order to start making walls. Okay. So we have a bunch of stuff here, but I'm gonna it's gonna be very quick and we're gonna do it like only right here. I'll show you what we're gonna do right now. So we're gonna pick this up, and then we're gonna do this here. Cool. Some mining drill. I'm actually gonna use 2 mining drills in order to get us some good stone. So what we're gonna do is after this, we are going to put some furnaces. Like right here. I'm gonna put more furnaces, which we need to make more of. But we're gonna have a problem with coal, but actually it is not really a problem. Because we have a bunch of coal here. Now I'm gonna make some more belts. Okay. And let's actually pick this chest with all the iron stuff in it. We do have another line right here that we can use. So I'm gonna use a splitter. And then I'm gonna use this line for our stone automation. So let's put it like right here. And the way this is going to work, we're just gonna cut in here, and then we're gonna do it like that, that, and that. Watch as the magic happens. Boom. Let's change it like that, and then let's grab some inserters. Boom, 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 boom. And we are gonna get stone bricks out this way. Then we are gonna use these stone bricks in order to manufacture walls. So yes, we're gonna put all of these right next to each other. So this can go here, and this can go here. No, we don't want to make it super far, so we can put that here. Maybe this is gonna be enough, I'm not sure. We can build more later. This is the beauty of building things extensible and thinking about extending your production early, or like from the start. Because you actually want to think about your production or like your extension from the start, because otherwise you're gonna have to do a bunch of refactors, just like programming. Exactly, just like programming. Now it's time to get a chest right here, and we are going to put everything in this chest. Now it looks like our stone is not coming in quick enough. Which means we need more stone, of course. Now we do have the problem that I spoke about with stone before, that we need to put them all on this side of the belt, but I don't care about it right now, because like our automation process is so small anyway. Like we're doing that on a small scale, so I don't care much. But it looks like we definitely need more stone right now, more drills to get more stone right now. Electricity is super good, so I'm not worried about it at all like right now. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want a lot of walls in order to, a lot of stone bricks in order to build walls, like these walls. Okay. Now we're gonna use walls to make a perimeter around our big base. Now my idea is I want to wall off like all of this section. So our base is going to be huge, or our perimeter is going to be huge. But we'll see if we'll actually do it or not, because if we're gonna do it like that, we're gonna need an insane amount of walls. So let's see if we can add more here, and let's add some more belts. And since we need a lot of belts, we could automate creating belts. But we're not gonna worry about it now. Because I don't want to worry about it now, honestly. So to solve the idea that we could what is this? I'm making a mistake here. Give me 1 sec. So let's put it like that, and then let's put it like this. Yes. So the idea here is that I could make drills go this way, and then the stone is gonna follow the same direction. Let's follow this stone just to make sure I'm correct, and it looks like I am. It's gonna go on the right side. Cool. So this is the idea of what I was building here and why I'm doing it like that, because it looks like we need a lot more stone than what we are doing. This is also an important area. I do not mind giving it a gun turret right here, and let's give it some ammo. Now we have so much coal, but we don't have. Why do they have so much copper? Oh, because we're not using it that much. This is why we have so much copper. Now I'm gonna grab these iron stuff. Right now you can see the stone is starting to stack. So now we're gonna get a little bit more efficient by always having raw stone to cook into bricks, and that produces more bricks to our factories in order to produce the walls. And then we are storing the walls in here. My headphone. Alright, we're back. Okay, so right now we do have this wall production automated, which is great. That means we are good to go. Now it looks like we can still do more production for iron, and we have one more lab to deploy that I forgot about. We do not have inserters. Let's make a bunch of inserters next time. Okay, there's one more lab. This should be good to go. 15 size per minute. Remaining time estimate 1 minute. Okay. It looks like we are doing well for now. Now this area is also important, so we could protect it with a gun turret. Can put some stuff in there, some ammo. And speaking of which, also our energy production is an important area that we should protect. So I'm gonna put a gun turret right here. We got a bunch of ammo, and then craft some more magazines, which, by the way, we could start automating the magazines right now. But I want to worry about the magazines whenever I start making the perimeter. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a wall around my entire base. And then I'm going to make a build to walk by my entire base. And I'm going to make, like, automate the ammo production on that belt. And then I'm gonna put gun turrets, and I'm gonna put inserters in front of the gun turrets. So the inserters are gonna automatically reload the gun turrets with ammo, which is going to be great. Why is this thing getting used immediately like that? I don't know if this is efficient or inefficient, but anyway. We don't mind. Everything is manufacturing on a good scale. How's our walls coming? Only 99. We have 100 now. Okay. Since we're talking about walls, let's do radars as well. Radar is a good thing that is used to detect the area around us. We're gonna build it like in 4 corners of my base. But we're gonna do it for now. So it scans these sectors nearby and actively reveals the area around it. And then using that radar, we can do a bunch of cool things. Or actually, like, it's gonna stay on the 4 corners, it's gonna detect threats. But then in the bunch of, like in the corners, we're gonna have a bunch of cool things there. And I'll show you why. We'll start by making our wall like here. I don't like to make it like very symmetrical or like just in one direction. I feel like it's fake. So I like to add like some zigzags in it. We'll have a bunch of trees here, which we're probably gonna have to remove a few of because of our wall. This is the Great Wall of whatever the planet is called. We are gonna go straight like that. I'll avoid removing the trees if I can, but sometimes they are in the way. So we can improve that. I know we don't have a way out yet. We're not building like gates, but this is pretty good for now. We need more bricks. So we do have, because we limited ourselves here by putting the things, the factory is so close, we cannot expand easily our furnaces. But actually we could. Never mind. We could do something like this. I'll show you now something kind of smart. Let's put this here. Add some armor to it. Now look at this. This is bricks, right? We can do something like this. Watch. Watch. Actually, nope. Oh, I'll still do it, just wait. We can add a furnace like that here. Here. And here. Kinda like that. And then watch this. And then we are gonna have inserters, and there we go. Next, the bricks are gonna go over here and then go as a second lane here. Or we could even like make it walk the other way and then get to the whatever. It does not matter really. As long as it's like before the picking up, it's gonna be fine. Now what we probably could do is add more factories, and then we could move like the chest here. So we could add more factories, because right now I think we'll be providing more bricks than these factories can handle. So we could have a third factory. I'm gonna remove this. So we can add it like that, and then we can add it like this. And we can add this guy like this like this. Copy and paste, and then here we could have... This is the fast inserter, which I should speak about. Fast inserter inserts things faster. They are faster than normal inserters, okay? So we're gonna use them in the labs, but not in anything else right now, and I'll tell you why in a sec. Okay, so now what I need... so we got to steel. Okay, steel is essentially iron plates put back into the... the furnace. Now you can see the remaining research stuff is actually requiring the blue science pack, and the blue science pack is requiring transport belts and inserters, which means we are gonna need to automate some more production stuff. But we're not gonna do this in this tutorial, in this video, and I'll show you that in the next one. But for now, what we want to do is we can use a fast inserter here, that's fine. So we're gonna use this in order to... Boom. You can see the fast inserter just goes crazy. Then it just inserts things much faster than the regular inserter. So right now we do have a bunch of these walls, which we're gonna go like over here. And don't worry about like setting up walls, because you can essentially just pick them up the same way you can pick up anything in the game by right clicking. So you don't have to like destroy them or anything like that. So I think we are on a good way here. So yes, we can do that. We're out of walls, and then we can like go out a bit and go around and close it off right here. Well, this project is actually close to completion. Maybe we're gonna finish the wall today, and then we can worry about doing the protection next time. And alongside the protection next time, which is like automating like defenses, we could also work on making the green science packs. These guys called logistic science packs. So yes, right here we could just go a lot away from this like that. Yeah, let's do it like that. Yeah, I do like this. This is what I was talking about. Like, I don't like it to be just a rectangle. It doesn't feel like realistic. It doesn't feel cool. I don't know. I like seeing this more than just a rectangle around. Oh, we do have one that is not working, so that means we need more. We need more drills. But we do have a bunch of raw stone actually, so let's just put that in here. So they will get cooked, so that we are sure that all of them are getting cooked right now. Also, we have a lot of coal. A lot of coal. Let's just put it in the furnaces, so they are used as furnaces. Because we had a lot in our inventory, we don't have a use for all of that. And these guys have copper in them, so let's just pick them up. Are we good with electricity? Yes, we are. Let's add some lights here. We're gonna like work on our lights later on. And by the way, a lot of these things are gonna change, are gonna be refactored. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see the refactoring process of the videos, or sorry, of the base. I'm gonna do that by default because if it was me watching, I would love to see the entire thing. But if you're not interested and you just want to see the end result, then let me know and I'll just make that off video, like off camera. So let me know how you want it to be, and I will be ready to oblige, sir. We have 47 parts. And right now we do have a lot more stone than we are processing, so this is pretty good. As the kids say these days, let them cook. So the walls will probably increase in size later. Like we could like expand our thing. But what I actually want to do is I want to like put them ways down. So I'm going to give myself a lot more space on like south. So that way I do have a lot more space to build more stuff if I need to. Now, usually what I do in my games, like, let's actually save the games so I don't forget about it. What I usually do in my playthroughs, I usually just try to make one area for furnaces and then one area for production, like, what is it? Like, assembling machines, like factories. Yeah, like these guys. I was drawing total blank there. And then like try to get lines right next to each other of everything that I am producing, and then pick these lines to other like crafting areas. So I try to group things that are similar together. That may not be the best way, but it is what I've been doing previously. But I do think that we could have like everything that are related close to each other. So, for example, I could have factories that use iron next to each other, and then factories that use copper next to each other, and then for things that are that require conjunction, like for example these red things, science packs, then we would grab like splitters and then grab the two lines that we need and like essentially do what we're kind of similar to what we're doing right here. So we might need to refactor towards that because our factory is like a bit messy right now. It's functional, but it's a bit messy, and it definitely could be optimized a lot better. But we're not going to worry about this right now. The very first thing that I need to worry about is security, because eventually we're going to get attacked. And speaking of which, look at this. We have what is seemingly a big thing here, like a big dudes that could attack us. Okay, it's not so big, it's only 2 spawners. I don't want to get close right now. But yeah, essentially, this is what we have like right here. So yeah, we need to be careful. Now I know that if they will attack me, they're probably gonna like come from this area. So let me prepare for them. Preparing early is always gonna be cool. Boom. Boom. And yes, we're gonna have our boy. Our turret just chilling there. Because I know if they will attack, they're probably like gonna come this way. So they will attack the wall, and then the turret will take care of them while they're attacking the wall. At least that's our plan. But there are many, many times where you will see that your plans don't always work as planned, you know? wall. I don't know if I wanna include that group of trees here. There's a lot of trees around here. So maybe like we're gonna go here and then cut it off like that, so we can keep these trees out of the base, but also not cut them. Just want to finish the wall today so I don't have to worry about it anymore, and then tomorrow, or like whenever we play again, I will be worrying about automating our defenses. While we're waiting right now, let's build some critical stuff that we're missing. Come on, buddy. Give me some walls. Give me some walls, buddy. By the way, we unlocked the heavy armor in our crafting, which means we need steel. Now, I'm gonna make steel myself for now, but we will want to automate that process later. But yeah, we're gonna be using steel for a few things. So let's make sure to create some steel. And we have a bunch of iron plates right here. So we got our steel here. And right now we have the steel pickaxe. I think you get the steel pickaxe automatically when you like create more steel. Like create a bunch of steel, essentially. And we do have heavy armor already researched, which means we will craft it, be able to craft it as soon as we finish the heavy steel stuff. So how's our wall count? 72, should be cool. Going forward, going forward. Okay, so we can put a zigzag here. Okay, our great wall of 47 is almost done. The lights turn off automatically when it's day. Looks good to me. Excuse me. We do have a bunch of cool stuff going on at our base. I actually did build quite a machinery together. Crafting steel is slow, by the way. These normal furnaces are super slow. You're gonna upgrade these to like electricity-based furnaces, electric furnaces, but like not soon. We'll get to that, but pretty late in production. Never mind, actually. Or no, this is not electric fence. fence wall, electric furnace. This actually is a better furnace. It's an upgraded furnace, but it still takes coal, which is actually the very next thing that we should do, because it's gonna make like production much faster without us doing anything. We just need to craft a bunch of it, and it will make us good. Also, this is solar energy, which is cool. And then the gate here, which we don't really care about the gate right now because we don't need it. We could just pick up the wall and then place it back whenever we're getting out, just until we can craft the thing. So this is pretty cool. We do have this up and running. Let's grab or craft some ammo, and I think we are good to go. We have our big wall around the entire base. So right now we will not find enemies just running through the base. They will attack the wall first, which is going to delay them a bit, gives us time to respond and go kill them ourselves. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for the steel, maybe, if it's not too much. Actually, it is too much. Never mind, we only have 26. So yeah, next time I guess I'm gonna keep this going, because we could do like a double layer, because I could make like another layer of wall, which is gonna give us double the protection, like the thickness of the wall. So I'm gonna leave the automation of the walls going on. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed this game as much as I do. This game is great. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Save our game before we forget, and yeah, thank you for watching. See you.